I'm Cheryl Hernandez, the Executive Director at the Kenosha Literacy Council. The Literacy Council is so honored to be a part of the African American Read-In every year. It's a wonderful event that celebrates literacy and African American heritage. And I'm going to share just a little bit from this book by Rita Lorraine Hubbard. It's called The Oldest Student, How Mary Walker Learned to Read. So, in 1848, Mary Walker was born into slavery. At the age of 15, she was freed. At 20, she was married and had her first child. At 68, she was still working and raising money for her church. At 114, she was the last remaining member of her family. And at 116, Mary Walker learned to read. Mary had heard about a new reading class in her building. She pursed her lips. No more waiting, she decided. Time to learn. Out of her apartment, into an elevator, and down to the lobby she went. When the elevator doors sprang open, Mary saw people sitting under a sign with a picture of an open book. She could not read the words. A neighbor walked up to her. "That's a reading class, Miss Mary. Can I help you over?" Mary shook her head. She gripped her cane, lifted her chin, and walked straight toward the sign. For the next year and more, Mary put everything she had into learning to read. It wasn't easy, after all. She was the oldest student in the class, and probably in the entire country. Could someone her age learn to read? She didn't know, but she was going to try. She studied the alphabet until her eyes watered. She memorized the sounds of each letter and practiced writing her name so many times her fingers cramped. She learned to recognize sight words and then challenged herself to make short sentences with them. She studied and studied until books and pages and letters and words swirled in her head while she slept. One fine day, Mary's hard work had paid off. She could read. Word of her accomplishment traveled, and people everywhere celebrated with her. Mary felt complete. She still missed her family. Whenever she felt lonely, she'd read from her Bible or look out the windows and read the words on the street signs below. Every year before her birthday celebration came to an end, someone would whisper, "Let's listen to Miss Mary." The shuffling and movement would fade away until not a sound was heard. Then Mary would stand on her old legs, clear her old throat, and read her Bible or school book in a voice that was clear and strong. When she finished, she would gently close her book and say, "You're never too old to learn." I hope you'll join me on February 13th for the African American Read-In on Zoom.